you might be better off in El Salvador now, living over there. Because there, according to the reports, the president of El Salvador, he has and is doing all he can to crack down on crime. He's locking them up. Lock them up. And supposedly he's a Christian too. But the crime in El Salvador, according to the report, is going way down. Almost non-existent. This is from the Washington Post. In 2015, El Salvador was the world's murder capital with 107 homicides per 100,000 people. This was in 2015. As if one of Chicago's worst neighborhoods was a country unto itself. It's amazing to me, speaking of Chicago, it's amazing to me that for years, a long time now, that the Democrats have been in control of Chicago, both black and white Democrats, and no one has been able to make Chicago safe again. No one. It's only gotten worse. Even when I was a teenager and I would visit Indiana, we were told not to go over to Chicago because of the black crime. That's been many moons, and it's only gotten worse now. Somebody don't want Chicago to get better. But anyway, back to El Salvador. So, as one of Chicago's worst neighborhood was a country unto itself, in 2023, the Wall Street Journal reported the country with the highest murder rate now has the highest incarceration rate. The country with the highest murder rate now has the highest incarceration rate. We need that man over here. What he doing over there when we need him over here? Bring the president here. Isn't that amazing? In 2023, according to the Wall Street Journal report, the country with the highest murder rate now has the highest incarceration rate. Crediting this man, President Nayib Bukele, crediting one man, he getting the job done. Can we say great white hope? Who kicked off a gang crackdown with strong support from locals and can now live and do business safely. And he, according to the report, he did it in just a few years. It didn't take all day. What is he doing over there when we need him over here? What he doing over there when we need him over here? Amazing, huh? Don't tell me America has to put up with this crime in our country now. As a matter of fact, I've been to El Salvador a couple of times. Maybe 3, maybe even 4 times. And a beautiful country. So I traveled, we landed in El Salvador, and we had to take a car over to San Salvador. And so between El Salvador and San Salvador, we were on pins and needles because we thought we were going to get hijacked. At that time, it was really bad for being hijacked by the bad people. And when we arrived down in San Salvador, it was beautiful. Mexican people living like white people. They even had other Mexican servers waiting on them hand and feet. Isn't that amazing? And in El Salvador, I don't know if things changed, but you can see without even looking the difference between the haves and the have-nots. And mostly Mexican or El Salvador's, whatever you call them. And the other El Salvador, you were either poor or you were rich. I mean, rich, yeah. And the poor people lit the boots of the San Salvadors. They were working those people hard. And I saw that with my own eyes. So they're not Mexican. I'm told that they're San Salvadors. Salvadorians. Whatever. Salvador is a Salvador is a Salvador. But there was a different. You could see the poor and the rich. That's what they want to happen here in America. The government and whomever else trying to destroy our country. They want the poor and the rich. That's it. No middle class. But anyway, it was definitely beautiful over there. But can you imagine this guy got rid of all that? It can be done. Amazing. This is from former Fox News host Tucker Carlson. He interviewed the El Salvador's president, Nayib. In just a few years, Bukele brought down crime, bringing peace to his country. Watch this from Tucker Carlson on YouTube.
MS-13 is one of the major gangs.
And they are satanic also.
That was my question. So very little...
I'm sorry.
No, but I would hope you will explain it, because very little has been written in the West about this.
Sometimes when you interview gang members that are in prison, they will say, I'm out of the gang. Of course, they're in prison, but they will say, I'm not a member of the gang anymore. And when they asked him why, and he said, well, because I was used to kill people. But I killed for territory, I killed to collect money, I killed for extortion. But I came to to this house, and they were about to kill a baby. And the killer that had killed tens of people, said, oh, wait, what are we doing? Why are we going to kill that baby? And they told him, because the beast asked for a baby. So we have to give him a baby.
Amazing. A spiritual battle, huh? That's amazing. There he was talking about MS-13, how satanic the gang organization was. Here's Tucker Carlson. That man is really young. I didn't realize he was that young. I thought he was older. Amazing. Here is Tucker Carlson. Here's where Nayib shared with Tucker how he defeated the gangs of El Salvador and brought peace to the country.
Of course. There's a spiritual war and there's a physical war.
Yeah.
And the physical war could be, that's the unofficial.
Yes.
That's the unofficial version. The spiritual, if you win the spiritual war, it will reflect into the physical war. So I don't know how to call it, our impressive victory was because we won the spiritual war.
Amazing.
Very, very fast.
Well, that leads me,
because you didn't have competition. I mean, they were satanic. I think that made it easier.
That's deep. Amazing. You're right. It starts inside of you, the spiritual war. You beat the spiritual war, the physical war is easy. So he's 47 years old. That's your age, Hake?
42.
Huh?
He's 42.
He's 42. What's the four? He's 42?
Yep.
That's how old you are?
Yes.
Amazing. So you could be the president of El Salvador?
Uh-huh. I'm a week older than him, actually.
Wow. He's a wise man, it seems. It's a spiritual battle. He's absolutely right. I think I want to replay that, Hassan, where he talked to Tucker Carlson about it being a spiritual battle and how he was able to defeat the gangs of El Salvador and brought peace to the country. Watch how you talk about the spiritual battle. Watch this.
Of course. There's a spiritual war and there's a physical war. And the physical war could be, that's the unofficial.
Yes.
That's the unofficial version. The spiritual, if you win the spiritual war, it will reflect into the physical war. So I don't know how to call it, our impressive victory was because we won the spiritual war very, very fast.
Well, that leads me, I didn't expect.
Because you didn't have competition. I mean, they were satanic. I think that made it easier.
That's deep. Amazing. That's what's going to happen with each individual here. When you win the spiritual war inside of you, the rest is easy. It's easy. But because it's a spiritual war, it's not a physical war. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spirits. Amazing discussion. Now I have to go and see the whole interview. I had no idea. Joel gave me this. What the? He black. Amazing. Tucker, let's see here. Just some fun facts about all this. According to the Washington Post and the Wall Street Journal, more than 1% of El Salvador's population was in prison in 2023. That's everybody, right? Everybody and their mama in prison in 2023. Double the incarceration rate of the United States. Amazing. Don't you see now, folks? I know a lot of you already see this, but we don't have to have crime out of control as it is in my country. It is bad. It's like really bad. It's really, Mamma Mia, hola, si senor, bad. Maybe I should move to El Salvador now. Because we're definitely becoming, well, we're already a third world country, but quickly becoming one. I saw that stupid Joe Biden he was celebrating the D-Day thing, and so he was like over there visiting with other so-called presidents. And he was promising more money to Ukraine. We're going to give you more money. I'm like, what the? Daddy, if it was a family, is giving away all the money to the new wife and nothing to his children at home. They don't want things to get better in the country. They're doing nothing to make things better. And now they have an election coming. They're lying to you about everything. It's all Trump's fault, they say. And this president in El Salvador, according to the report, he arrested 70,000 gang members. That's from the AP News. And I remember seeing on one of the networks where they were showing all these people being arrested over there in El Salvador, and they were all living, look like, in the same room, sleeping on floors and everywhere. What is he doing over there when we need him over here? If ever we needed the president of El Salvador, we need him now. But don't worry. Hopefully Trump will be back. That is amazing. Really. And they got so young. It's hard to find millennials and Zs with that kind of common sense now. And he understands that it's a spiritual battle. What is he doing over there when we need him over here? Nice report on that. I had no idea. What a mess. Let me play this for you folks, because this is, I want to use the word devastating, but that's beta. But a man should never be devastated. Beta! Beta. What the? But you heard over in El Salvador, according to the reports, they cleaning a house over there. What? They're taking care of business. Crime is being dealt with, but not over here. They're taking away the police over here. They're letting the criminals out of jail. They are even giving them free drugs in some cases. They encourage them to be homeless. Isn't that amazing? In our country, you agree with Black Lives Matter to defund the police. Can it get any crazier? Who will agree to defund the police, take away bail's bond, and let the criminal out? Who would agree with that? American voters. I want to tell you about this possessed. It had to be evil. He had to be possessed to do this. I don't care what else. Maybe he was high or drunk. Maybe. I don't know. But he was possessed. You have to be evil. It's amazing. Human nature is evil. There's nothing good in human being. Think about that. You ain't no damn good. But you think you are. Oh, I give to the poor. I go down and feed the hunger. I do this and I do this and I do that. I'm a good person. No, you're not. You're evil. Human nature is evil. Random shooting at drivers in California is what I call this. And where is the president of El Salvador when you need him? What's his name?
Bukele.
Bukele. Where is Bukele when you need him? What is he doing over there when we need him over here? I want you to watch this. This could have been anybody driving down the road. This is like, this could have been anyone driving down that just happened to be driving by. ABC 7 and X is reported. A video shows man fire randomly at cars about 6:30 a.m. last Monday. A.m. early. Who gonna be up shooting at somebody that early in the morning? What now? About 6:30 a.m. last Monday in what? Jacinto River, Riverside County, killing one driver, a father of four. 4 kids, according to the report, do not have their father anymore because of some random, insane person. ABC 7, suspect allegedly killed a driver. A witness heard 30 shots. Watch this.
A man caught on camera firing a gun at random walking down the street. The disturbing act is the reason another man is dead, killed by a bullet while driving by.
Surveillance video showing a man armed with a semi-automatic handgun walking down State Street in San Jacinto, then indiscriminately firing at random cars on the road. After appearing to empty the clip, he tosses it, but the damage was done. Several vehicles struck by gunfire, along with 2 people. One of them, 42-year-old Victor Leon, was killed.
It's so sad, very sad.
Enrique Torres owns E&E Tires on State Street. It was his surveillance cameras that picked up this video of the suspect early Monday morning. He says they heard at least 30 shots.
In the back, there were like 5 or 6 people working, And, I was afraid that he might probably get inside my business and start shooting at people, because he just started shooting just like that. Boom, 2 cars, 2 windows, 2 doors.
Amazing. In the United States of America, not El Salvador. I wonder if he was an illegal alien. Isn't it like amazing? Did you ever think for a second you would see that in America? That's evil. That's like all human beings are evil, right? Until the heart is changed from anger to love. That could be anyone doing that. Oh, that's evil. That's what the guy from El Salvador was talking about. It's a spiritual battle. You got to win the spiritual battle within yourself. According to ABC 7, the father had finished an overnight shift and was minutes from the house. Wow. The father had just finished an overnight shift and was minutes to his house. ABC 7. His wife called from him. His wife called him 40 times when she woke up, and he wasn't there. The guy just, according to the report, walking down the road shooting at people. According to ABC 7, suspect couldn't buy liquor. After the shooting, he stripped naked. What do you want with liquor at 6:30 in the morning anyway? Watch this.
Just moments before the shooting in front of the car wash, the suspect had walked north on State Street, coming from a strip mall about half a block south, where surveillance video inside a market picked him up too. That video showing the suspect walking into El Toro Market, workers describing him as nervous and sweaty, eventually walking up to a cashier and asking her to buy a shot of liquor, but he only had $1. So he leaves, moments later pulling out a gun and opening fire. The suspect, identified as 39-year-old Julio Rodarte, then ditching the gun and taking off all his clothes as he walked away.
You said he took his clothes off, like completely?
Yeah,
like
completely naked. Yeah, he took them off and he just kept walking.
Rodarte was arrested on suspicion of murder and 10 counts of attempted murder.
He looked like an illegal. What the? Amazing. And there's no police around. You see the police? I ain't see no police. After all this shooting, no cops. I didn't see them anywhere. You defund the cops. You listen to your politicians. You listen to Black Lives Matter, and they said the cops are racist. The cops are police brutality. Let's get rid of the cops. And you said, okay. And then Black Lives Matter said, lick our feet. And you start licking boots. I wonder if that guy is illegal alien. I'm just wondering out loud. Because we got all kind of weird crimes happening in our country that we didn't have before. According to KTLA, the 30-year-old suspect had previously been convicted of carjacking 20 years ago in 2004. And a GoFundMe for the wife and 4 children of the 42-year-old father who was killed has raised over $67,000 as of Sunday night. That ain't gonna help the family. They ain't gonna bring love to the family. What's 30?
The suspect was 39, not 30.
Oh, I said 30? Oh, the suspect was 39. Okay. Suspect was 39. The father was 42. May the father's soul rest in peace. I want my country back. Oh, but you defunded the police. You agreed to it. And you voted for a president that will keep the borders wide open. Not to protect you, but to get a vote. And give our money to everywhere else but us. And it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. You got to work on your world if you want to be free and have perfect peace in this earth while you live. Because if you don't drop your body when you drop your body, if you don't drop your body in perfect peace, you ain't going to live in perfect peace once your body is gone. You have a chance now. I wouldn't put it off, but do what you want. Revolver is reporting teen mob savagely beat pregnant white woman. Isn't this like amazing? This is the nature of the human heart. According to Revolver, teen mob savagely beat pregnant white woman in no-go zone in Chicago. Hours later, she lost her baby. Watch this.
Please, we're just trying to go home to our kid. Leave us alone. Why are you doing this to us?
This is where Nina and her husband were walking back from date night Friday after 8:30 in Streeterville.
Everything happened from behind us. First, someone approached him and hit his head, punched him in the head, and he looked back and he looked at me and told me, run, so he wanted to protect me.
These are images of his injuries, bruising from head to toe. The attackers then unleashed their rage on Nina.
Another lady came to me and dragged me through my hair, with my hair on the ground. I start screaming. She start pepper spraying me right in the face, in the eyes. Another person starts stomping all over me, and my husband ran towards me to save me. Over 10 people held him.
Nina's hair was pulled from her scalp. Nina captured this image of the hair in her hand.
We're asking the state's attorney to consider upgrading those charges to felony charges resulting in great bodily harm. Both victims suffered extensive injuries.
Nina was 2 weeks pregnant and says she found out after the attack that she lost the baby she was carrying.
We believe in faith, and it wasn't meant to be. So we don't know why this happened to us.
You do know why, according to the report, you were in a no-go zone where black people don't want you in, like they own it. They don't even own it. And they get mad at you because you're white and you're not allowed in their area. That's why it happened. If the story is truth that you were attacked like that, we don't know why it happened. Yes, you do. You're hated. And no police around to help you. No police around. Just think about that. White people, you are the most hated group of people on earth for no reason, I might add. Zero reason. And you have no police around to protect you. Those blacks that did that, if they were black, their hearts are evil. Black people are not suffering, and I promise you this, without a doubt. Black people are not suffering due to racism, police brutality, slavery, Jim Crow, or any of those things. They're suffering because their hearts are evil. They're wicked at heart. They are attacking these people because they are in a go zone. No-go zone. Their hearts have been darkened when they were at home with their mama. It happened before they went on the streets. Every human being, there's not one, must be born of the Father before they can be free. You're like, I don't know why this happened. You do know, dummy. You said you got attacked. And then it happened. So you know why that happened. Oh, maybe it wasn't meant to be. No, it was meant for you to be pregnant. It was meant for you to have your baby. You got attacked. You were attacked. Making up all kind of excuses to make herself feel better. The heart must change. As the president of El Salvador said, it's a spiritual battle. You got to win the spiritual battle inside of you. And people love to hate. I've never seen anything. You can tell them, hey, don't be hating anyone. Don't hate them. Don't be angry. They'll do it anyway. They'll do it anyway. I know a whole bunch of people, so I'm not just talking about one person, but a whole bunch of people who say that they are mad at the Jews because the Jews denied Christ. Can you get any dumber than that? Oh, they're Christ deniers, so we're mad at them. What it had to do with you? If that's true or not. If they don't want Christ, you think Christ's mad because someone rejected him? Not at all. There are Christians who deny Jesus. Just think, what's in your mind, because there are a lot of people, not a lot, but many people who think they were. What's in your mind that make you think you have a right to be mad at another human being because they want to accept Jesus? They hung on the cross, they say. You're hanging Christ on the cross every time you're being mad at the person that didn't accept Jesus. Where's the love in that? You're no different. Matter of fact, you're worse. Your heart is darkened. Because if you're pure at heart, you wouldn't hate anyone. You're supposed to love even your enemy. Think about that. They attacked these people because, according to the report, they were in the wrong zone. All they're doing is walking home from a date, according to the report. And the blacks are allowed to be this way because the people want them to bring hell upon earth. That's why they don't get on the blacks about this or try to correct them. Is it just sports or more? It's more. The black women and some of the men are jealous of Caitlin Clark. This is from NPR. WNBA star Caitlin Clark doesn't make the USA Olympics basketball team. Watch this from ESPN.
Caitlin Clark, the #1 pick in April's WNBA draft, who had an up-and-down start to her WNBA career, did not make the Olympic team. Clark just put up 30 points versus the Mystics. That was her best game yet, while the Fever's attendance for games is 16,000 plus. Also, there's no player under the age of 26 on that roster. Here's Caitlin on not making the team.
Honestly, no disappointment. Like, I think it just gives you something to work for. You know, that's a dream. You know, hopefully one day I can be there, and I think it's just a little more motivation. You remember that, and you know, hopefully in 4 years, when 4 years comes back around, you know, I can be.
Did it freeze? Huh? Oh, she said in 4 years she could be something. I don't know what that is. Oh, she could be in it. See how she's dealing with that? Oh, no big deal. I'll just work and wait and do what I'm doing. It sounds like that gal must be close to her daddy. She sounds like a daddy's girl with all that common sense. Okay, fine. And don't think that Caitlin doesn't know that these black players, female players, are jealous of her. She knows it. But her daddy taught her, maybe, I don't know who she's closer to, her father or mother. But I said, you know what, be grateful for what you have. And don't hate those who hate you. Don't hate those who are jealous of you. You wish them well and let them suffer in their hell. Don't get revenge or anything. You just play ball. If anything, and I'm not, again, I don't watch female sports at all. Even though I have female family members who are playing basketball and stuff, they're really good. But it just make me tired to have to watch it. I'm just saying. But you would think that she would have been like number one on the list for the Olympic team. Because right now, she's going to draw. She's a drawer, so she's going to draw in the money. They should have said, you know what, Caitlin, we want you number one. You're the one that's known right now. You make people talk about the women basketball team. You're drawing in some more people that will allow women to make more money. But instead, they're cutting off the hands that feed them due to jealousy. How many of you out there that's jealous of your husband or your wife or your friend or somebody, and you can barely make it? You work so hard to try to make it, but you can't because you're so jealous. I want to show you an example of what jealousy look like. It ain't racism. It's pure evil. It's jealousy. Just think about it. They can be making real money with this young lady, and they'd rather cut off their nose to spite their face. But that's what happens when you have jealousy in your heart. You're not going to have a smooth and easy, good life. It ain't going to work. YouTube, WNBA player hating on Caitlin Clark. Watch this.
The rematch between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark in the NCAA tournament drew over 12 million viewers. With this growing success of women's college basketball, WNBA players and media have started to hate on college players, in particular Iowa's Caitlin Clark, with articles being written such as "Make Basketball Black Again" in response to her large fan base.
What do you think about Ice Cube and the Big Three offering Caitlin Clark $5 million?
So you offered the contract to a player who's not yet even in the WNBA.
Jealousy
Big Three does not happen during overseas season.
Bring back Caitlin. If you're going to break a record, to me,
jealousy.
If it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that player said it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this, and then I want to be done with this whole conversation. So for people to come at me and say that I made those comments because I'm a racist, first of all, black people can't be racist, but that's the farthest thing from my mind.
You lying? She's jealous. Because if she wasn't jealous, she'd be wishing, right on, Caitlin. You come on down. They'll be wishing her well. And white people, I see white people. This is what's wrong with the blacks. It ain't racism, never has been, never will be, can't be, ain't gonna be. It's anger. And it's the spirit of jealousy and everything else. revenge. And those blacks who are dropping that anger by going and forgiving their mothers and returning to their father, they like, wow, I just didn't know. I was asleep and I couldn't see. I didn't realize what was in my heart, they say. That's jealousy. That's not racism. That's jealousy. And jealousy is not your friend. You have no idea how you are keeping yourself down by being jealous and revengeful. Really, you're doing it to you, folks, but you can't see, and you don't know that you're doing it to you. You don't know that you are your world, and what's happening in your world, you are causing it to happen. Why not wish everyone well? God said to pray for one another, meaning wish everyone well, even your enemy, and you go your way. Pray for one another, you're going to be fine then. But you wish each other evil, all you're going to ever catch is evil. This girl should have made the team first. She's bringing in the money, and the female players said they want more money. They even want part of the men's money. They're like, what the?
What the?
And now they have a chance to get it, but jealousy is in the way. And that's how it is for your life. When you have anger, evil is in the way, and you can't see all the opportunities in front of you because they are there for every human being that wants them. But you can't see them because you're evil. And you're looking at your fellow man, you're judging, hating, and trying to hurt them while hurting yourself. So I talked about the jealousy that these blacks have toward Caitlin Clark because she's the best in female basketball, right? And rather than wishing her well, bringing her on, make sure that she's like totally welcome on the team, because it brings in money for these dummies too. They don't realize it. But she's white, and white people are not allowed to present their talents as better than the blacks. Ain't that something? And they're trying to destroy Caitlin rather than lift her up and be grateful. The heart is wicked. When man speaks, he speaks from the heart, meaning men and women. It's the heart that's wicked. And it's the heart that needs to change. You ain't going to change anything else until you change the heart. All human being hearts are evil until they overcome evil by forgiving. And you got to forgive your mothers first. I don't know about first, maybe you can forgive daddy and mama. You got to forgive daddy and mama, but you got to forgive mama. Yeah, mama's spirit. And it's not her spirit, but it's evil that made a home in her. And these black women have not been dealt with in the right way. They have not been told that their evil was given to them by their mothers. They've been told it's the white man who did it. And they even said slavery and Jim Crow, they weren't even around. What they think that, they say some, I don't know, it's so dumb, I don't even know what to say about it. But anyway, I mentioned that according to NPR, Caitlin Clark, the women's basketball player, did not make the U.S. Olympic basketball team because she's white. And she's better than the blacks. You can't show up the black for you gotta. If Caitlin was like a dumb white person out there playing, stumbling, can't even get the ball in the net, and all scared, they would love her out there then. But they knock her down, they attack her, and all kind of stuff. I want you to see what the members or the committee look like that picked the women U.S. Olympic basketball team? Here is the selection committee in charge of picking the members of the U.S. Olympic team. Watch this from NBC. All black except for one. It looks like she may be one of those, Italian or something. Well, she looked white. This is why Caitlyn didn't make it. Look at all these jealous, evil, angry women. Caitlyn didn't have a chance unless she was a goofball. The committee, U.S. Committee, selection committee, is predominantly black. It's like when white people go to court now, trial, and they have a black jury, white people ain't got a chance. You might as well go and pack your bag and take your bag to the courthouse with you during the trial because you're leaving the trial going to jail.
What the?
Guilty or not, you're guilty of being white. This is what we've come to, the people have come to in my country. This is what, and may God have mercy upon the blacks who are looking at other people and blaming them for their problems instead of looking at themselves to overcome their problems. You are your problem. Nobody else is. Your parents are the problem for you falling into hell because they're no good. But as an adult, male and female, you're responsible for you. Your husband ain't responsible. Your wife ain't responsible. No black, no white, no this or that. You're responsible for your own hell because you refuse to forgive. That black committee, one Italian, whatever that is, they will let Caitlyn on the U.S. Olympic basketball team. She didn't have a chance, but I love the way Caitlyn dealt with it. Oh, okay, fine, I'll just keep playing, and I'll be ready next time. They can have it. That's how you deal with it. Don't let anything or anyone or anything or anyone be so important to you that you will sell your soul and turn away from love. Sell your soul to the devil. And speaking of Caitlyn, I just want to remind you of White History Month coming up in July. We celebrate White History Month in America because America was founded by white men. We know that. I don't care what everybody else trying to say. Some people know better, right? It was founded and created with the help of God by white men, and it became the greatest country in the world because of God working through the white men. And now everybody and they mama. If you're black, everybody and they mama. If you're white, everybody and their mama want to come here illegally and however else they can get here. So we're celebrating, if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise, our 7th year of White History Month in July. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Don't walk.
Amazing!
But run. Run, run, run. And get your shirts. Your White History Month shirt. You can go to rebuildingtheman.com/store. rebuildingtheman.com/store or julyjustfeelswhite.com. Oh, July. So both of those places, Nick?
Amazing.
Okay, both of those places. julyfeelswhite.com or rebuildingtheman.com/store. Now, don't be waiting. You got to order so you can have it for July. They are out there. They're ready. Amazing. July just feels white. July is the month when it does feel white. Vacation time, appreciation time. You know, you reflect. 4th of July, 4th of July used to be the day for every American. They tried to even destroy 4th of July. But we are going to keep reminding you of White History Month. So get your shirts. In the first hour today, I showed the jealousy of the black females on basketball players. They're jealous of Caitlin Clark. And as a result of being jealous of Caitlin Clark because she's tall, pretty, and white. There it is. Speaking of White History Month, she called tall, pretty, and white. So I've heard that from the blacks before. And so they're really jealous. They're knocking her down on the court unnecessarily. They just don't. And so if you missed that first hour today, you can podcast and hear that. But before I go back to the phones, I have more proof of jealousy from the blacks toward Caitlin. And the blacks, not all, but most are jealous of the whites. That's just everything. They blame the white for everything. They blame the whites for everything. So I want to quickly. I got another example of the black women jealous of Caitlin Clark. I wonder what Caitlin think about this when she get home, and she take off her big old shoes and her big old basketball suit, and then she sit down and she think, those got on my nerve today. They're so jealous. I want to show you another example of the blacks being jealous of Caitlin. This is from a female by the name of Angel Reese, I guess. Angel Reese says that history will also remember her. Ain't that something? You know you're jealous when you got to say that. History will also remember her for bringing attention to the WNBA. Watch this.
And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Now I rest my case. She's jealous. History's going to remember me too. Who speak that way? You know there's ego. That's jealousy. Ain't nobody going to remember you when you're gone, not even your mama. History. I want one more quick time. That was so nice, I think I played it twice. Watch this. This is an example of the black females being jealous of the tall, pretty white girl basketball player. Watch this. This is Angie Reese. And she says, Angel Reese. And she says that history will also remember me for bringing attention to the NBA. Who speak that way? Who cares? And I got that from X. Watch this.
And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
Wow. Her mama need to whoop her. Sit down, girl. Why are you saying that? Don't speak that way. I'm just saying. That's jealousy and envy and revenge. Angel Reese is 6'3", according to I mean, not Angel. Angel. Oh, Angel. That girl over there. Angel Reese is 6'3", and Caitlyn is 6, according to Google. And Caitlyn still beating her? Huh? I can't hear you.
I don't know. Is Caitlin Clark beating Angel Reese? I know that she's beating her in the attention.
she don't like it. She's like, yeah, I know. I'm gonna be you. Remember?
She couldn't even say Caitlin Clark's name. She said it's not just because of one person. It's because of me too.
What a man! Jealousy is not good for your soul, folks. You suffer when you're jealous. Let me go to that was hate, by the way. In case y'all wonder who that was guy. I want to mention this. This is so important. This is like really important. So some of you are aware, and some are not. Some of you are aware, and some are not. Joe Biden's boy was convicted. You know, they were holding this trial for him, or against him. I don't know if it for him or against him, but they were holding a trial, and I believe here in California somewhere, and he was found guilty on 3 felonies. Fox is reporting that President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, is convicted of all 3 felonies in federal gun trial. Watch this soundbite.
Hunter Biden leaving the courthouse hand in hand with his wife Melissa and the First Lady of the United States after becoming the first son of a president to be convicted of a felony.
In the end, justice was done here.
The verdict came quick, with the 12-member panel deliberating for a total of 3 hours. Prosecutor Leo Weiss said in his summation that text messages, bank records, and, quote, personal, ugly, and overwhelming testimony prove Hunter was a drug user when he bought a gun in 2018. But defense attorneys argued there's no way to prove the president's son was actually using drugs during the 11 days he had the gun. The defense tried to sow a seed of doubt in the jury's mind, playing not only to the hometown crowd, but also to the jury's emotions, hoping to tap into their personal experiences with addiction and possibly create sympathy for Hunter. But in the end, it didn't work.
Hunter Biden now faces up to 25 years in prison, but as a first-time offender, it's unlikely that he'll serve any serious jail time.
Oh. The courthouse is in Wilmington, Delaware. That's according to CNN. I thought it was in California. I think he does have a trial coming in California. I may be wrong, but I think so. Anyway, so they say he's guilty. And then, according to ABC, Special Counsel David Weiss says no one in this country is above the law. Where have you heard that before? No one in the country is above the law after Hunter Biden is convicted in gun case. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday after this verdict came out. And he said to me, this is a setup. This is to go after Trump. And then I'm like, wow, I hadn't thought about that, but you're absolutely right. I personally believe, I don't have proof yet. I don't have proof yet. But I believe this is a whole setup in order to go after Trump. Especially after the man said, according to ABC, Special Counsel David Weiss said, no one is above in this country is above the law. And you notice how quickly they took Biden, this boy to court, and Hunter Biden to court, and they found him guilty. And then prior to that, there was an interview where Biden was asked us, are you going to accept whatever the outcome is, and will you pardon him, the Biden boy? And Joe Biden said, yes. When they asked, will you accept it? Joe Biden said, yes. Will you pardon him? He said, no. I don't believe this. The Democrats have been, for the last 3, almost 4 years now, deceiving us, leaving us out to dry, not protecting the borders, crime out of control, and then lying on Trump and the Republicans for everything. They've never done anything that's honesty. Why would we think that this is an honest reaction? They are up to something. I don't know what, because elections are near, and a whole lot of folk appear to be supporting the Great White Hope, Donald Trump. The Great White Hope, Donald Trump. The Democrat is a dishonest party. There's nothing honest about the Democratic Party at all. Zero. How come all of a sudden they're going to be honest? They desperately want to keep the White House, that's for sure. And they can't run on the economy, it's screwed up. They can't run on the border, it's screwed up. They can't run on the races, everybody hate one another now. They can't run on that other people in the world respect us now. Nobody respect America. Crime, everything. So they're just doing whatever they can to stay in the White House. So I don't believe, Justin Peterson, don't believe that if Biden lose, either way, he's not going to leave. He's going to pardon this boy, I believe, one way or another. Whether he stay or he get fired. Because you can pardon people before you leave the White House, you know. This is another going after. So now they're going to be saying, well, you see, they took Hunter Biden to jail, took trial, and they found him guilty, and they stayed with it. Why shouldn't they do it to Trump? Hunter Biden is not the president, never has been the president. That's another difference. But watch the setup fall in place. I believe it's a setup. I don't see the proof yet, except for this seems like it's proof. Because everybody kind of relaxed with it. And then the liberal press all sad about Biden. Boy, they all hurt. At least they're pretending they're hurt. But they're joyful about Donald Trump, right? Being so-called found guilty. They're happy about that. But not about Joe Biden's boy, Hunter. Isn't that amazing? And we all know now. And the ones that don't know don't want to know. The law is not fair in America anymore. It's not fair at all. Zero. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. America is gone. Everything is upside down. Everything is. So watch for the setup. This is not real. Everybody all calm and cool and collective. And then Hunter Biden family, his stepmama, everybody showing up in court, looking like seem to be sitting on the front row, looking like we are here. You better be trying to pay attention and do what we want you to do. Don't think that this is fair. The Democrats have never done anything right or fair. They love power. I saw them in this fake Juneteenth thing, which is fake, by the way. One or two blacks found out after the slave thing ended. They found out years later that the slave people was free. And they're like, anybody told us. And they're like, oh, okay, let's make a holiday, a national holiday. And now they're trying to celebrate and pretend that it's a real national holiday. What a mess! CNN headlines this morning. Hunter Biden's verdict shatters Trump's persecution narrative. Hunter Biden guilty verdict should bolster faith in the legal system, but Trump supporters spawned up new falsehoods. Amazing, huh? They ain't gonna make us believe that. Oh, Hunter Biden verdict shadows Trump persecution. See how they try to see there? Look, they're already doing that. This is about going after Trump. They got Joe Biden's boy, Hunter Biden, covered. Don't worry, he ain't nothing gonna happen with him. And he's all cool and collective about it too, because he knows some type of plan has been put out there, and that he's not gonna have to do it to suffer. This is about going after Trump, folks. Watch it, you see. And this headline from CNN that we just showed you is illustrating the setup. They hate the Great White Hope because he don't play, and he's white, and he's in the way. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely amazing. So don't fall for this. Just reflect, and you're going to realize the Democrats have not done and the liberal media have not done anything good for America in the last 3 years, almost 4 years. Nothing good. Why all of a sudden they're going to rush this boy to court and have a rush trial and say, oh, he's guilty. Now Trump needs to be quiet. That's amazing to me. So just reflect. Calm down, stay still, and watch. Be still and know. And they are accustomed to the American people not paying attention. They are accustomed to you not paying attention. And so they're thinking you're not going to really pay attention to what they're doing now. All they have to do is tell you sweet things and they got you. They think. Hopefully this is different, that you are waking up. But there's more to this than meet the eye. And don't let them tell you, oh, it was justice. No, it wasn't. It was not. What a mess. This is a setup. It's for Trump, the Great White Hope. Sacrifice Hunter Biden temporarily. And Joe Biden all coming home from overseas. And they say he got to go back. He come home when the verdict was announced, I guess yesterday, just to show support. And he saw, oh, he got to go back over there. He ain't going to feel like all that. What the? It's a role that they're playing. And it's a desperate role. It's desperate. So be aware of this, folks, all right? Don't get excited. Don't say, yeah, they found Hunter guilty, so Trump must have to pay. It's not even the same thing. They never really... There's no real proof that Trump even done anything wrong. And plus, I'm sick of the Republicans wasting all our money and time acting like they're doing something serious by going after this boy Hunter and his father. Why not go after shutting the border down? Why not go after bringing the police back? Why not go after lowering taxes, making the economy work? That's what we need. And then they go up, march out in the media, in the press. Oh, we're going after Hunter Biden. We got him. Now we're going to go after Joe Biden. And then we're going to go after the FBI and all that. What about the real problems? Going after Joe Biden ain't going to put a wall up. the Republican Party doing nothing. That's why we need Trump back. I want to show you what I believe is a demonic black woman who stabbed white young boy and mother, according to the report. This, you're going to be looking right in the eyes of evil. But the interesting part isn't that the same spirit that's driving this woman to do that is driving people to smile at you. And while they're smiling at you, they're stabbing you in the back. And you're looking at evil with a smile. Our battle is spiritual. And this story, according to what I've been seeing and reading, is amazing to me. One thing I want to say before I play it is that white people, this incident allegedly happened to a white woman and a white child, but because white people are hated, you're going to see more of this. If not this particular, where they're going around stabbing you, they're going to hate you even more so because they have been told for years now that you are the problem. They have not been told that evil is the problem, but that you are the problem. Isn't that amazing? And so, by telling you people that, the blacks and others that, the responsibility has been taken away from the blacks and others to examine themselves so that they can be free, because they have been convinced by evil inside other people and evil inside themselves that white people are the problem. And white people are the most hated species on this side of heaven for no reason at all, zero reason. Of course, I know that there are a lot of made-up reasons, but they're not true. Each adult human being is responsible for their own hell, and no one else is. Your parents, of course, they let you down because they had not overcome their hell when you were born. You were born into their hell. But as an adult, you're responsible. Your parents or no one else is responsible for helping you to overcome your hell. Isn't that amazing? But I want to show you this this very, very interesting act of evil. It's mind-blowing. And it's everywhere. This is from the Daily Mail. Surveillance video shows the suspect wandering in an Ohio grocery store carrying a large knife stolen from a nearby thrift store. So this black woman, black female, is walking around in the store, according to the report, in an Ohio grocery store, and she's just freely carrying around a big knife. It appeared to be big, that she stole, according to this report, from a nearby thrift store. And she's just walking around with it. Nobody's stopping her. Isn't that amazing? And the white mother swerved her cart around the black lady, who turned around seemingly to stalk the white mother and child. Watch this from the Daily Mail. It's a silent video, but there go the black woman. Look like she has a knife. There go the white woman with her baby. And look how the black woman turn around. See there? There she go again with the knife. Here come the... So here she going out of the store, and there go the white woman with the baby. And she seemed to be stalking or following this white woman. out into the parking lot. That's amazing, huh? I want you to see that one. Are we able to play that again? I want you to see that one. It's a silent footage, right? So you can't hear it in case you're listening by radio or whatever. So you're gonna see what appears to be a black female, kind of walking around in the store, carrying a long knife, and no one says anything. I don't know if maybe people didn't see it, or maybe they didn't think. Here's some crazy nut walking around about to kill somebody with a knife. And you're going to see this white woman with her child walk toward them, that woman. And when they get near each other, the black woman stops and looks over at the white woman. And it appears that that's when she started to follow this woman. Watch this from the Daily Mail. So here comes the black woman with the knife. Here comes the white woman, and the black woman going a different way. Why has she stopped and turned around? The little child in the shopping cart. Now she's following this woman. There she go again. Waiting at the door, the exit there, still seemed to be following the white woman. And this is supposed to be a human being now. Isn't that amazing? And now they just left the building. Isn't that amazing? And witnesses say that she walked up to the mother. This black woman, according to the witnesses, walked up to the mother and child in the parking lot. In the parking lot, stabbed them, and walked away. Police found her still carrying the knife. According to this report, and according to witnesses, they say she just, in the parking lot, walked over to the mother and the child and stabbed them, driven by evil. 2 hoops and a holler from becoming Jeffrey Dahmer. And this is even more prevalent now than any other time that I've aware, since I've been on Earth, in history, because people are angry, they are high, they are drunk, they're on drugs, they're smoking pot, and they are angry. Just imagine all that mixed together. I don't know if this woman was high or drunk, but she definitely is angry, in my opinion. Just imagine that. You get up and you go to the store and you put your child in the shopping cart. You're not thinking about anything but buying some groceries, possibly going back home, make dinner or something, or feed your child. In the meantime, some evil female, black female, walking around in the store. And you're not even paying attention to what's going on. Because you're not thinking that something like this will happen. And some angry black female walking around in the store with a knife for whatever reason. You caught her attention. And she followed you, according to the report, out to the parking lot and kill your child, according to the story, and wound you with a knife. This is from the New York Post. 32-year-old suspect, Beyonce Ellie smirks and giggles in court as she's charged with murder of 3-year-old Julian Woods. Watch this from Catch Up on X.
Code section 2903.11A1 and or endangering children in violation of Ohio Revised Code section 2919.22B2. Count 4 alleges that on or about June 3, 2024, the defendant did knowingly cause serious physical harm to J.W. on date of birth 10/29/2020. Count 5 alleges that on or about June 3, 2024, the defendant did torture or cruelly abuse J.W. the defendant did, knowing that an official proceeding or investigation was in progress or was about to be or likely to be instituted, alter, destroy, conceal, or remove any record, document, or thing with the purpose to impair its value or availability as evidence in such proceeding or investigation. I have now read the indictment to you. Do you wish to enter a plea of not guilty?
Sí.
Pardon me?
Sí.
What's same mean? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I understand the
You said
victims
sí.
are represented and they want to make a comment before I set bond. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Did she eat the baby? That's evil. But that's evil in an extreme way. But the same spirit that drove her to allegedly carry out this act, it's the same spirit that caused you to go after other human beings. Revenge, jealousy, when you want to be like someone else, when you are angry. It's the same spirit. There's no different. Zero different. When husbands and wives fight one another, it's the same spirit that drove that woman to allegedly carry out this evil act. It's the same spirit when mothers go to court and put a phony cry up, oh, he beat me, or he shouldn't be around the kid, and try to keep the kids from the fathers. That's the same evil spirit that drove that woman to allegedly do what she has been accused of doing, stabbing and killing a little kid and wounded the mother. That's the same spirit. Isn't that amazing? It's no different. You'll look at that act and think what you're doing is not that bad. Or somehow or another, you're a little better. But you're not. You're evil. Evil is evil is evil. So I have this Ameri-Fro shirt on today. Isn't that amazing? Amazing! Not an afro, but an Ameri-Fro. And I'm growing the Ameri-Fro back. Amazing. Come on, man. You can get the Ameri-Fro at rebuildingtheman.com/store. rebuildingtheman.com/store. I can't believe when I used to have that much hair. What the? Amazing.
What the?
My, how time flies. And I still have hair. I didn't think I could grow hair anymore. So, rebuildingtheman.com/store. You can get it, all right? And by the way, today is Flag Day. I didn't know that until this morning. I would have worn my flag shirt. I had no idea that today is Flag Day. Happy Flag Day, folks. And the anniversary of the adoption of the Stars and Stripes as the official U.S. flag back in 1777. Isn't that amazing? Happy Flag Day. Also, today, according to this report, today is the Great White Hope, Donald Trump's birthday. Amazing! According to USA. Can we hear happy birthday to ya? This song is for, let me see what he has to say while we're getting that song. Hold on. Let me just check to see what the Great White Hope has to say.
Basically, all I've done is keep my promise.
Amazing. The Great White Hope. And according to USA Today, it's the Great White Hope birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Amazing. Amazing. and many, 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 many more. It is Donald Trump's birthday. The biblical question for this week is, who's dumber, men or women? There is this report from Slate, and that all the top chess players in the world are men. Did you know that? All the top chess players in the world are men. Men generally perform better than women in chess and have higher rating on average. Have higher ratings on average. You know what I mean? I mean ratings on average. I didn't know that. I know. I didn't even, to be honest with you, I didn't even know women even play chess. I should have known, because everything men try to do, they want to come and destroy anyway. So, but yeah, men are beaten in chess around the world, not just in America. And here are some chess. Here are some clips about chess, and you will see male grandmaster chess players beat 3 girls at once, and a young boy even defeat adult female chess, quote-unquote, masters. Watch this from YouTube.
If one of us beat you, you have to shave your head. Okay, good luck.
What? Thank you. Alex.
I tried.
Seriously?
Is
this the question you asked?
Game.
Oh, this is intense.
You're gonna get confused really quick.
I can see it.
It's confusing for me. I'm panicking. Everything was going fine. Good game.
I had a cash bounty on my head until this kid showed up.
What's your name?
Congratulations.
That was awesome. Well, he looks like a cute little kid sucking his thumb. He comes in and beats the Snickers out of me, you know?
Amazing. Did you know that about men? And according to Oxford Academic, men exhibit greater variability in IQ scores. This means that men are overrepresented on both high and low extremes of the IQ distribution. So on both levels, high and low, the men, they're where I'm being told where women just seem to stay somewhere. Amazing. I don't even know what IQ means. How can you tell who's smarter with the IQ? Hey, Nick, come and explain that to us. Explain the IQ thing. And I'm not responding to the biblical question myself. I'll do that on Sunday. These are just some things about it. What's the IQ score?
Intelligence quotient. And let me tell you the definition. But they basically have a test, okay? They have a test that determines this number.
Move this thing. I can't see you. It's too high right here.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Boom.
Now.
Bada bing.
Yeah.
How you doing, folks? So it's basically a test, okay? And the definition is IQ stands for intelligence quotient. And in short, it is a measure of a person's reasoning ability. In other words, an IQ test is supposed to gauge how well someone can use information and logic to answer questions and make predictions.
That doesn't. So somebody puts something on a piece of paper, right? And then someone else go and look at and read the paper, and they can tell you that you're smart from reading somebody else writing on a piece of paper?
Yes.
And then they call that high or low IQ?
Correct.
That doesn't even make sense.
It makes sense to these people.
Why?
And I guess they're testing these specific things. And yeah, you have a high IQ means you could do really well on whatever piece of paper they give you, or even chess.
Hake is saying they test whether you can recognize They test to see if you can recognize patterns.
Exactly.
It's not just reading. But that doesn't prove anything.
Well, I guess it
Because-
proves just patterns. Oh,
But one person can recognize a pattern, the other person doesn't really care about the pattern, so they're not going to recognize it as much.
so they should just call it the pattern recognition quotient.
It doesn't prove anything.
They shouldn't call it the intelligence quotient.
What?
They shouldn't even call it the intelligence. You're saying it doesn't even prove patterns?
It doesn't prove that you have a high or a low IQ. Whatever that is.
Intelligence quotient.
What?
It stands for intelligence quotient. They're measuring intelligence. That might be a wrong name for it. Should be measuring pattern recognition.
Look at the number of people that go to quote-unquote Ivy League schools, right? And they supposedly they got there because they did better on the test, right? And yet they go there as dummies and they come back as dummies.
Big time.
Nothing changed. But yet they got a high test score. What? No.
They're probably really good at that. The tests, the chess, but I don't know about life.
Oh, Hake said IQ tests don't get you into school. You can say that again.
Yeah, that's like SAT
It's a
tests or
different
something.
thing. Oh, I don't understand it. It's insane. And there's this story about this mother. Here's a film.
But
So-
that, just so you know, but that's when it comes to this question, and we're not asking you to answer the biblical question, obviously.
Yeah.
But when it comes to this question, this is what the guys say, right? Oh, well, obviously men are smarter. We're smarter in chess. They say we're faster and stronger, but we're smarter too because, look, we have chess leagues for just men. At least that's what the men say. Now,
Nice.
here's the other side of the coin, maybe.
So that was for the women. Is are women smarter because of the chess thing example, or are men smarter? Right?
Mm-hmm. Or are men dumber?
Are men dumber? Yeah. Here's a mother film her son giving their waitress $100 bill, $100 bill tip because she was nice. So this son is giving this waitress $100 tip because she was nice.
Isn't that what you do to your nice waitress?
Ain't that much tipping in the world. Not in the world.
I wonder what his IQ is.
Watch this from X.
Who's gonna do it? Let me see. Let's see. Why are you gonna give it to her? She was nice. She was nice.
Good job, Nico. Oh my God, you're so cool.
All right, let's wait for her. Let's see.
Hi.
Did we decide on one?
So we decided.
No, they
we're
don't.
already
They
full,
don't want.
but he has something for you to do.
I wanted to tip you this. Thank you so much. And that was out of him. That's his money.
That's his money.
Thank you so much. So no, thank you for your service. Thank you.
What a beta.
We raised good kids.
Yeah, right.
So proud of him.
You raise weak kids.
Beta dad, beta son.
What a beta.
What's up with Mexican dads and being goobers?
I know.
Total goobers with their sons.
That first soundbite for the chess player was from YouTube, folks. And that was here was from X. What a beta. A beta boy.
But she raised such good kids.
That's why you're beta. It's just like his mama. Like mama.
Oh, man.
Like son.
The bill must have been like $500 or something, right? Because it's ridiculous.
Because of the $100?
Yeah, a tip that big, we're talking about a huge bill. Like this.
No,
is
he
crazy.
gave that tip because he was beta.
You saw the nervousness in his face too.
Yeah. That's why he gave that.
Yeah. But we're not answering the biblical question.
No, I'm not. I'm not answering. I'm only playing some things to show the difference between men and women. Some difference.
Yes.
And I'm getting all type of response from men and women. Lots of women say that. Lots of women say that women are dumber, and lots say that men are dumber, and lots of men are saying women are dumber, and lots of men are saying men are dumber. So you get it all across the board, and it seems that no one really knows, or maybe they do. I don't know, but it's an amazing question, biblical question. It is really an amazing biblical question. And one more, and then we'll go to the calls here. Here's a man out on the street, seems to get a woman's attention by talking to her. Watch this from X.
Damn, is somebody gonna match my freak?
What you mean?
So like you can match my freak. What's your zodiac sign? What are you? You a Libra? Me too. I'm a Libra too. What's your name?
I don't really do men Libra.
Okay, you can do me.
You pay for this?
Yeah, I pay for that. Yeah, I pay for it. What's your name?
It's Shawnee.
Shawnee? My name Hubert. They call me Hubie though, for short. Hubert. Why you looking like that?
Your mom named you
Yeah, Hubert.
That's the player.
I don't even understand
Player.
But that's not a player. He ended up paying for the drink. That's not a player.
He got her attention. Look, she's like, oh, what's your name? Da, da, da. She's about to give him his number. That's a player, no? That's a man, a player.
What?
That's a total player, no?
No, he paid for the drink. she may don't even know her, and he ended up paying.
Oh, you don't see a player? You don't see a...
I see a beta.
Nice. My name Hubie, though.
Amazing.
Well, that's some food for thought. Smoke on it.
Who's dumber, men or women? You decide. Thank you, man. That's amazing. 888-77-53773. 888-77-JESSE. What'd you say?
I said men was in the street protesting, just saying with signs that said, "I am a man that want to be treated like an equal man." Was that justified for having dogs let out on them?
Yes.
Water hoses
Yes.
sprayed? Why?
And the reason is a real man would never be in the street talking about I want to be treated equally, because a real man would be free, and a real man don't need someone to treat. Hold on a minute. DeAngelo.
Man, you a
DeAngelo.
man,
Real men
I
don't
don't see how you
need.
can look in the mirror. I don't see how you look in the mirror, bro. That's crazy. I don't see. Then you have a white Jesus on your stuff. You have a white Jesus when you talk about.
Oh my what?
Jesus, you think Jesus
Where's white Jesus?
You think Jesus white? On your information. When you look at your
Where the white Jesus?
Show, when you look at your show,
Where the white
when you
Jesus?
look at your show, you have a picture of a white Jesus pop up on your show. You think Jesus white?
Oh,
You
the
just so
thumbnail.
whitewashed and
Hold
so
on a minute.
occupied.
DeAngelo. Take a breath. Calm down.
Crazy, bro.
Calm down, DeAngelo. I'm trying to have a conversation with you, right?
You are Uncle Ruckus.
No, Uncle Tom. Oh, I may be Uncle Ruckus too. Yeah. DeAngelo, I gotta run, buddy. You start doing the name calling, the conversation is over. Call me again, okay? He gone way down to the name call. He was doing fine, screaming and yelling. But no. So I'm told that there's a white Jesus on the thumbnail. Silent prayer. Oh, the silent prayer. Oh, and he had good hair. Jesus wasn't black. You want me to have a black Jesus? What the?
It doesn't look that white.
He look white to me.
He looks.
I can't even hear you.
He looks Jewish.
Yes. See, DeAngelo, he's Jew. Jewish. He's not white. He's Jewish. I didn't know where you were saying the white man. I know he ain't had no white Jesus.
Don't you have a black Jesus for them? Didn't they give you?
Oh yeah, what happened to my black Jesus? Sean put it somewhere. Sean, did you take my black Jesus back to Philly too? He's around here somewhere. Crazy. Somebody sent me a black Jesus. He's around here somewhere. He had good hair. Yeah, hair like a white man.
2 coffees.
Oh, there go my black Jesus. He was on the floor. What was he? Where you get it from, Hassan? He was over there by the horse? Oh, Maybe about to take a ride to Jerusalem, to Bethlehem. I got to dust off black. He got dust on him. DeAngelo, they treated black Jesus bad around here. Let me get black Jesus all dusted off. I'm watching Jesus' feet. Come on, man. See, DeAngelo, there go to black Jesus. See?
Amazing.
I'm fair.
The blindness.
What?
The blindness. Just commenting on his call.
Oh.
And I don't even care about the white Jesus, black Jesus thing. I'm thinking about the being a man and complaining and protesting and stuff.
He said that the people of the civil rights movement they carry signs that said, I'm a man, I want to be respected. That ain't no man.
I am a man.
The last thing, DeAngelo, a man think about is being respected. Who is there to be respected anyway?
It's just like the phony Black Lives Matter thing. Oh, hey, whites, Black Lives Matter. Hey, whites, I'm a man.
Right.
I am a man.
If you got to say you're a man, then you got some issues. If you got to have a picket sign to say it, you got double trouble.
Terrible.
You don't really believe you're a man. Oh, amazing. But thank you, DeAngelo. Very interesting. Hake has on he's going to tell you guys about it on his show, of course. Has on a very interesting shirt today. White power. Tell us about your shirt, Hake, of the HakeReport.com. Who is that and what is it?
This is my little niece girl.
Oh, that's Clark.
Yeah, it's Caitlin Clark.
You say your little niece girl.
Yeah, because she's like, she could be like my niece.
Oh.
Even though she's 6 foot tall. Yeah, that's Caitlin Clark, of the Indiana Fever.
Oh.
WNBA player, basketball player, woman.
The white girl who played better than the black girls, and now the black girls are jealous.
Yeah. So she's my heroine, which means hero woman.
So you're supporting your white people?
Yes.
Hake is supporting his white people. We may have to talk to her during White History Month.
Indeed.
In July.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That'd be nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see the back of it?
Yeah. I didn't know I wanted to, but yeah. 22, Caitlin Clark. And she signed it.
Yeah, maybe. Did
It
she
looked
sign
like, yeah, she signed it.
Cool.
That's a real thing.
Nice.
You can't wash it. You got to keep it. Nice shirt.
Yeah, thank you.
Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, for those who don't know, is the white girl who played basketball at Indiana Fever thing. And the black girls are jealous and they pushing her down. They're attacking her. They won't let her go to the Olympic. They're giving her the blues.
Indiana Fever, for those who don't know, it's a women's basketball team in the WNBA, women's NBA. In case you haven't heard of that. Because a lot of people probably haven't heard of that name.
And Caitlin, right. And Caitlin got the fever, and she's hot, and she can't be stopped.
And she has white, tall, and pretty privilege.
She got the fever, and she's hot, and she can't be stopped. Come on, man. You ever heard that before?
No.
You heard that, Hassan? No? She got the fever, she's hot, and she can't be stopped.
Nice.
What the?
One other point I want to make, I was talking to DeAngelo, and he was talking about the blacks, and he couldn't prove anything, and he couldn't prove me wrong, and I was letting him talk, and I would let him talk, he couldn't prove me wrong, and when he couldn't win the war, you know what he did?
He started shouting over you. Oh, he was shouting over you almost the whole time, and then he started calling names.
Calling name.
Indeed.
Personal attack.
Yeah.
He called me Uncle Tom or Uncle Ruckus.
Yep.
But that's how human beings function because their hearts are evil. When they can't win you in a debate or they attack personally, that's the wickedness of the heart. Isn't that something?
Indeed.
When they lose the battle, rather than say, oh, okay, you're right, I lost. I learned something.
Yeah.
They were attacked rather than white flag.
What was interesting too was that you were calling on blacks and him and people in general to be men, to be independent, and not to be into this dumb protest stuff and complaining stuff.
Yeah.
But he wanted to hold on to that, hold on to his enemies, and reject his friend, which is you.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
When God said human beings hearts are evil, he wasn't playing.
Terrible.
He wasn't playing. An angry heart is a murderer in spirit and sometimes in the physical. So have you heard of Hindu yoga?
No. I don't know if I even want to be here for this talk.
What is it called? Kundalini yoga. Kundalini yoga. I had never heard of that.
Bless you.
Until now. Kundalini yoga. You never heard of
that? No, I have not.
This is going to be a treat for you then.
Okay.
You think that shirt is bad, meaning good.
Okay.
Because she's hot.
Right, and she can't be stopped.
And she can't be stopped. She's bad. She's hot, and she can't be stopped. But Kundalini yoga need to be stopped.
I agree.
It's a modern form of yoga that involves spirituality.
Oh, Kundalini.
What did I say?
Kundalini.
Or whatever.
Well, maybe
if
the
you're
K
in Africa, it's Hundi.
Maybe the K sounds like an H. I could be wrong.
According to the producer, Hundi, the producer note says that Hinduism
Want me to read it?
Kundalini, yeah.
In Hinduism, Kundalini is called divine feminine energy.
And this feminine...
According to Wikipedia.
Right. And this energy is a mess. I want you to see what Kundalini yoga look like. According to this report, I had never heard of it before. Y'all watch this. I want you to see this. All right? And see if this is something you would like to do. And you got enough problem already. Do you want to add? Watch this from X. They barking like dogs.
There's a dude. There's a couple of dudes, I think.
At least one.
And they're white. They must not be normal white. There's something else.
Those are intellectual whites.
We'll go with that.
Really, those are intellectual, educated whites. And nobody else with common sense would be doing that.
True.
No one with common sense. You done that before, Hassan?
I've not that. I should have waited until I seen the clip. I haven't done that exercise, but I have partaken in some yoga, meditation, stuff like that.
Like that?
Not the woo woo. I've never seen that exact thing, but in that ballpark.
What the?
They remind me of monkeys or apes.
They were barking like dogs.
Oh, okay.
I was like, who let the dog out? I thought somebody let the dog out. Hassan, I mean not Hassan, but Monto said he did it. Monto, come here for a minute. And he has no regret about it.
Oh no, what did I get myself into?
You done this before? He went right in front of
Yeah,
him.
I was trapped into it. I thought I was
Move this
joining-
down for I can't see his face.
Oh. I thought I was joining a regular yoga class.
So you done the
Come this way. This way.
Oh,
There you go.
You
Nice.
done the who didn't you yoga?
Yeah,
What?
Right here in LA.
What?
Yeah.
And
What the?
And what was it like doing that?
I felt like an idiot.
I'm sorry?
I felt like an idiot. I couldn't wait to go home, but I was trapped. I was embarrassed to leave. So I just stayed and just acted like a monkey with the rest of them. Just kept on going for like an hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
Then you need a bottle of water after that.
Yeah.
That's a good workout, though.
And then I was enlightened.
What's the purpose of it?
I have no idea. Everyone there was these like crazy hippy dippies, and nobody could explain why they were doing it.
And so, why did you
anybody
go?
give a funny look?
I mean, I was one of like 2 guys in the whole class, so I think that was funny in itself. But everyone was wearing like these linen, white, silly outfits, and I was just there in like gym clothes. So I just looked like a bro.
That's crazy. And were you enlightened from it?
Yes.
Yeah, out of breath.
I was definitely lightheaded. So I was that kind of enlightened.
What a mess.
Terrible.
It's mostly young, intellectual.
It's like
white girls, huh?
Yeah, like hippy dippy types.
Yeah.
You know, vegans and stuff like that.
I used to take those yoga classes with the guru.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, he was a guru, yoga guru. So he traveled around the world doing those classes. And he would ask me to come and take the class, you know, do the class, but then do the silent prayer afterward. And it was interesting. But what I noticed is that the classes were always, with the exception to the rule, built of young, educated, intellectual white people. They take those kind of classes and stuff.
Yeah. The weirdest thing to me was everyone in the class was like very like, namaste. And then they left the class and they got right back to their normal voices and their normal attitudes.
Yeah.
Like as soon as they left the door.
Amazing. So this is, what's your name?
Monto?
Monto. my new PR guy to the world. My new PR guy. Monto. And what's your name?
My real name is Omeed.
Oh, yeah, Omeed. He looked like one of those Allah Uaba people, and so I forget. But welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Amazing. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice.
Amazing. Anyway, what do you think about that class?
Keep me away from that.
Had you ever seen that before now?
Actually, yesterday, I think that you guys showed it. One of your producers showed it to you.
Uh-huh.
Maybe Anchor Baby.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man.
White people mess.
Terrible. I disavow that completely.
Amazing. All right. Thank you, Hake.
Yep, thank you.
We'll see you in a minute here with the Super Chats, and then on the Hake Report at 9 a.m. this morning.
Nice.
Coming up right after this show. Nice shirt, though, by the way.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Caitlin Clark is hot. She's bad. And she can't be stopped.
Come on, man.
It's amazing to watch the Caitlin Clark deal with the attacks that are coming from the blacks on her, on the court and everything.
All right, okay.
It's amazing to see how she deals with all that. Nice. This is kind of music that makes you want to move like this. Isn't that true? Don't you feel like this?
Man.
Oh, that's the African in me.
It's all I can take not to dance.
It's all you take not to dance?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes. It's all I can do not to dance to.
No, it makes you wanna.
African dance.
What's it called?
Byzantine.
Oh, Byzantine.
It's from American Anchor Baby's, I don't know, service.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Byzantine. Thank you all for your support, your super chat, your donations. Go to rebuildingtheman.com and make a donation. rebuildingtheman.com/donate. All right? I appreciate it. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it no matter what. Endure to the end. You'll get the prize. Take care. Amazing! Happy birthday, Mr. President. Amazing. Amazing!